Hey guys, this is Strider here, and welcome back to another new video. Today, I'm gonna do something different today. I'm gonna be reacting to a video called I Was Raised by Furries by True Stories. And this video would be a content farm because True Stories is a big channel, right? And they make content only to profit off of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what a content farm is. And I have a feeling that I might need a therapist after this. And without further ado, let's begin.
My name's Toby, and I had a bit of an alternative upbringing. My therapist said sharing my story would help with my recovery, so here goes.
I'm sorry, your therapist must have told you a lie because he never said anything about putting your life on a YouTube channel.
I grew up on my parents' remote rural farm. The nearest town only had a gas station, post office, and an all-items trading shack. That's where my pa traded the beets, carrots, and corn we grew for cash and other supplies. My parents were different, only I never knew until I was much, much older. From birth, I only knew them as dogs. You see, my parents were dog.
Bro, their eyes. Why they eyes look like why they look like they're high as hell right now?
Suits 24/7. Giant fluffy dog costumes that covered their entire bodies and faces. I never saw them without fur. And they didn't do things by halves. So I had my own dog suit, with black and red fur, and these big wide ears. As far as I knew, we were just an ordinary little pack of dogs. Actually, one of my earliest memories is of my ma, on all fours in the bathroom, saying, "You must never let anyone see your skin suit. Only take off your fursuit on Sundays to bathe." There were no mirrors in the house, so the only time I ever really saw my own full skin face was in the blurry, rippled reflection in the bathwater.
Bro, imagine just looking at your reflection in the bathwater. That shit crazy.
It was a sorry sight. Bald and pale. My dog face was much more handsome. Anyway, Ma and Pa told me it was illegal to go around in just skin suits. They made a point of drilling into me that we would be put down if anyone ever saw us without our fursuits. Of course, that horrified me, to the point where I had never even left the farm boundaries. Pa was the only one allowed into town to do his trades. In the whole 15 years of my existence, I had never seen anyone other than my own dog
I would have left too, honestly.
parents. Naturally, I was homeschooled. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Pa basically just taught me dog mannerisms, like how to dig up beets and pee outside against a tree.
Um, um, I don't think you can do that while you're in your suit.
Have an opening in my suit. As I grew, Mom sewed me bigger and bigger suits, with more fur and larger features. Every now and then, I'd finish my weekly bath and find a new suit laid out beside my bed. Some nights, I'd be lying in my bed and would hear weird howling noises coming from my parents' room.
That's pure trauma right there. Pure trauma.
But I was a little afraid of Pa, so I never dared to ask about it. I just put my paws over my ears and try to sleep. To me, it was normal. But everything changed the day there was an unexpected knock on the front door. I started barking like mad, while Ma and Pa frantically ran around the house. Suddenly, a face appeared at the window. Through a gap where one of the old boards had fallen off, I saw eyes staring at me, and a strange skin face. It was kind of
Why is that dude remind me of Jason Bourne?
like the reflection I'd seen in the bath, but at the same time completely foreign. Without warning, bright flashes of light burst through the hole and lit up the room. I yelped in shock, sensing we were in danger, but not knowing why or what it was. Defensively, I stood up on my hind legs and pawed at the gap. Pa pushed me out of the way and shouted in a deep, booming voice, "You are trespassing! You need to leave now!" The light disappeared, and I heard the sound of footsteps running off into the distance. I was so confused. Ma explained that it was a man, and we couldn't let him near us because he didn't have his fursuit on. The next day, our house was raided. The door was kicked down, and more men with smooth, furless suits and naked skin faces swarmed the property. Before I knew it, I was pulled away from my parents and dragged into a waiting car, separated from them for the first time in my life. I was in sensory overload. Half of me was convinced I was about to die, while the other half of me thought I was in some kind of surreal dream. I was taken to a place where they kept trying to take off my fursuit.
Mood.
I lashed out and tried to
Actual
bite them,
mood.
not understanding that they were just medics, wanting to check me over. That was 4 years ago. Apparently, the face at the window that day was a man from the land surveyor's office. He was on a routine visit, but instead took photos and notified the authorities of my living conditions.
So this dude just decided to go to their house, take a picture, and report it to the 40s, and then he gets sent to foster care? What?
My parents were charged, and I ended up being placed into foster care. It's been tough adjusting to what everyone else calls normal life. I've had to learn to read and write a bit, and really miss the comfort and warmth of my fursuit. It was a big part of my identity.
Never say that again, please. But anyway, that's it, guys. That is the video. I can tell that this video has a really, really bad take on furries in general. And because of that, ugh, my god. But other than that, I'll see you guys later.